How's it going, folks? So I'm going to be checking out a band called Barrel, and the name of the song is Ed. And this band actually, they reached out to me and asked if I would check out this song, if I would do a reaction, because from what I could gather, they just released a new EP. So, and of course, a band reaches out to me. I always do my best to try to work those in because, I love that, when a band reaches out, it's like, of course, I would love to do a reaction. So here we are. That's what I'm doing here, checking this out. Really not quite sure what to expect here. And that's always kind of fun too. You're not knowing exactly what you're in for. So, without further ado, let us find out, shall we? Rangers, go.
I lived as an ordinary person most of my life, even though I was living a parallel and increasingly sick life, other life. I'm trying to show you just how awful this got, how commanding these rages got. I was raging inside. There was just incredible energies, positive and negative, depending on a mood that would trigger one or the other. And outside, I looked troubled at times. Other times I looked moody. Other times perfectly serene. Not very sane. But again, people weren't even aware of what was happening. And this craving, this awful, raging, eating feeling inside, I could feel it consuming my insides. This fantastic passion. flip out and not know where I was. I'd be walking up the stairs with a camera bag that belonged to a young woman that had her severed head in it.
Wow, I wasn't quite sure what I was getting into there. I mean, this song's called Ed, but interesting topic there for a song. I mean, I guess it fits heavy metal in a sense, but yeah, that's a bold way to start a song with a voiceover by Ed Gein. Anywho, I mean, that definitely lets you know right off the rip that you're in for some dark stuff. But so the song itself, though, that guitar riff, I could not get enough of that guitar riff. Oh man, it was so good, so driven and kind of groovy, but like dark as well. It just had such a great vibe and such a great rhythm to it that, oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. That guitar riff inspired. I just couldn't help. I just kept getting really into that bad boy. Like I said, kind of dark, but driven, and it just good stuff there. I loved that. Yeah, I love the verses. You know, again, the whole song has obviously, a tinge of darkness to it, fitting for the theme we're going with here. But yeah, I love the verses, just the whole rhythm of all of the verses, vocally and musically. Really dug it. The vocals were really great. I love his delivery and just his voice in general. And then he could really do those highs, just really great, really impressive vocals here. Quite impressed. The bridge was neat. It was mostly like the high notes and all that kind of stuff. The only thing, I really like the song. I really do. It's really kind of down my alley as far as that kind of dark, heavy power metal style. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So yeah, I really love the vibe and the feeling of the song, and again the groove of it, that guitar riff, and then the vocals. How the vocals really kind of play with having a more normal kind of voice, but a little aggressive, and then just those really nice high pitched, power metal kind of screams and stuff. It just great stuff. The one thing I will say is I feel like the chorus could use maybe a little tweaking. I feel like a little bit of the momentum or the energy was kind of lost a bit, because right when the chorus starts, the music, it gets kind of like atmospheric and like still dark, kind of, but it almost feels like it gets a little darker, and then you kind of hear those deep kind of voice, almost sounds like there's a few of them, almost like a demonic kind of voice, sort of, but not like a growl, but just kind of a dark, voice. And says like the first line of the chorus, and that was really cool. It kind of set the tone for this dark, ominous kind of chorus. But then I feel like there were too many lyrics in the chorus, because that kind of set the stage for it to be a really kind of ethereal, sort of dark, ominous kind of chorus. But then it just became, I don't know, it just, the rhythm of it kind of took away a little bit from the momentum from the rest of the song. And I feel like if they started with those dark kind of, that dark kind of voice saying that first line, maybe let the music breathe for a little bit, and then do another little thing with the dark voices, and then let the music breathe a bit, and then maybe get some highs in there, for like the very end of it, just to keep it all very kind of. I'm trying to think of the right word I'm looking for, but like almost like beyond, like, you know, something just from beyond the veil, if you will. But then when it kind of came back in with his somewhat voice or vocals from the verses, it just kind of came in after that during the chorus. And then there was just these smatterings of lines kind of here and there. It just, I don't know, it just didn't quite fit for me. Like I said, the song just kind of lost a little bit of momentum because, yeah, it was shifting a little bit in momentum, which is fine. But just the way the chorus starts, I feel like it's setting the feeling of the chorus, but then it kind of just shifts again to a little bit more like the verses, but a little bit different rhythmically. So I got lost a little bit in there. I think if they had just gone all in on making the chorus a lot more just kind of just dark and ominous, but without overdoing it, that would have created a little something cool, like something coming from like the void. Like I said, just kind of from beyond the veil, something that just feels even more kind of sinister a bit there in the chorus. And then come back in with the verses with that guitar riff again, so you're back. And then when the chorus hits, it's like it kind of gets, almost everything kind of gets in almost a bit of stasis, and you peer beyond the veil, and it's just even more ominous and dark, where the music does a lot of the talking, but then you have these voices here and there, these extreme voices, those dark demonic voices, and then some of those highs, like ethereal highs. Maybe you could even have it sounding like it's fading in from beyond and from the back and whatever. Anywho, I'm getting way too in detail of this. That's just kind of what I envisioned for this song, especially when they started the chorus that way. So the chorus, it lost me a little bit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take too much away from the song, in my opinion, because I still really, really enjoyed it. I dig the style. I dig the vibe. The musicianship was great. The drums were great. I love the bass work in here, and I mean the guitar was stellar, and the vocals were very impressive. This style of song is really right down my alley, and they did a great job of it. And I'm really curious about this EP. I may listen to it in my own time because y'all know I don't review EPs or anything like that for my channel because there's just too many full-length albums out there that I listen to. I would go crazy if I tried to listen to EPs as well. But in my own personal time, I may give it a listen because this is a band I'm going to keep my eye on and ear on because I'm very impressed. I really like what I hear, and I enjoyed this bad boy. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, folks. What'd you think of this song? Did you dig it? Are you going to go check out the EP? Let's talk about it. And thank you so much to the band for reaching out to me because I really dug this. And I'm definitely going to be following y'all from here on out so I can keep up with the stuff that you're releasing because, yeah, I like your sound. I like your style. Anywho, that's what I got for you today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.